Here's the punter, Sam Martin, now ready to get us started. And off we go from Soldier Field. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
The first carry now for Jordan Howard. And some room to work. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Hey, 18. There we go. You see it? You see it? Blue. Red, top.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early second and long. Now Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Hey. Four down.
On third down, Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Devon Kennard in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a fourth down. So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep for the Lions, it's Golden Tate. And this will be taken at the 13. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and the Lions will take over. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 24. Play action. Stafford. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Space to maneuver at the 40. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. Stafford to Jones, enough for a Lion first down.
All right, boys, here we go.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. On 2nd and 10, Stafford. And to the left left side here, Wilson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. On first down at Stafford. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again. Stafford. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Hang on, you see it? You see it?
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Blue.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Whether it's what we call an even front or an odd front, and an odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center, typically that's an odd front defense. Odd number of people, meaning 3-4 versus the 4-3, which is an even front. You've got to control those guys in the middle. Whether it's the nose or the 2 defensive tackles in a 4-man front, if those guys can't get moved, you cannot run the ball in the middle of the field. And in that play, they were able to actually take care of business.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Come on.
Trubisky, draw play, gives to Howard. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Let's go.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down.
Similar to a slant, it's all about timing when you're throwing a crossing route. Quarterback and receiver have to be in sync, and when they put it on them just right and catch it full speed, running through a defense can often result in a big pickup of yardage.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Trubisky to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
We got three, fellas. We got three. Move.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Parkey's kick is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Detroit coming back out here on offense, and this is a team who had the bye in Week 6, Week 7 last week, Charles. Nice win against Miami, 32-21, in what is becoming a very muddled NFC North.
Yeah, and a win on the...
He's got a man, complete! And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. Stafford on first down. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Leonard Floyd in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He hits Riddick underneath. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Now Stafford. He finds Roberts, complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Stafford now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
21.
Out of the gun, Stafford. His throw caught at about the 5. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones, 28 yards. Lions are in for 6. Now Matt Prater for the point after. Prater for the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. Now the return man. This is Benny Cunningham. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Chicago Bear football again here, and this is a team that is now at 3-3. 2 straight losses, Charles. Last one, very close one. Very dramatic finish with the New England Patriots, 38-31. And we'll see where they go from here.
Yeah, they showed that they can compete with the best in the NFL by taking the Patriots to the limit. How about that Hail Mary at the end? Fell 1 yard short, almost got there. But they'll kick themselves about the loss last week against Miami. That was a chance to capitalize. Plus, Khalil Mack, who's been so dramatic for them on defense, had a bad ankle and couldn't rush the passer with his normal abandon. So the defense, not quite as good as it has been earlier this season.
Yeah, because the first 4 games they allowed 65 points total. Last 2 in those losses, 69. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. The Bears moving hastily in the hurry-up offense.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Nevin Lawson with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final 12 seconds of the half now, as they've got it 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Stafford. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And they start the second half with Johnson. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 20, 10, touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, 68 yards. And the Lions add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Extra point good by Prater. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after him early and try and create a big play to give them.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Now Cohen, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down. He goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Right there. All day, baby.
Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Out of the gun, Trubisky looking deep for Gabriel. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Off of play action, here's Stafford. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him to find him. Find him.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. And Tate's got it. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. So first and 10 now from the 30. On first down, Stafford here. And finding the tight end, Wilson. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Flushed out right, and he's got room. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground, and this is picked up by the Bears. And the return will stop right around the 25.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And that is incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. This is caught. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On 1st and goal, Howard. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Trubisky will throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. So out now come the Lions. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky, because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Blunt. Room here to run. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. They go back to Riddick. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. 1st and 10 at the 19. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Theo Riddick taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Lions are able to grow their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Cunningham now to return. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Now Trubisky on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there. Hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
He's going to let it fly. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The former Pro Bowler Glover Quinn there.